Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about a download that I received from the Divine Mind, from the Most High Creators, about the internal safety mechanism. The Creators have created us with specific safety mechanisms, and I believe they are not that it's not just one. There are several of them that are connected to a specific need or specific emotion, action, or connected to behavior or anything that we do. The revelation that came through was, for example, if you are driving a car, and it was something that came through in the dream before the Most High or the Divine Mind reminded me of this body or our internal defense mechanism. So in this dream, I was driving the car, and normally when we dream about cars or homes or a house, a car, a boat, or anything like that of that sort always represents somebody's life or your life. So, because I'm busy with certain frequencies to get more information and guidance or downloads about specific frequencies. And I've just recently finished getting downloads about the 507 frequency, which the Most High and the Divine Team has really done a great job. And I am seeing the results of that. So if anyone hasn't listened to any of my frequencies, I really encourage you to do so. In this dream, what happened was the Spirit or Divine Mind was teaching me about the safety, the following distance of cars in before the traffic light, or when they stop at the traffic light. There, they should maintain a specific is it following distance or distance from one another, so you don't bump into the car, because the traffic light always represents, especially when it's red, the stop sign, when to stop. So when to stop, specific distance before the specific activity, whatever. Say now you were driving, right, and when the traffic light is red, you need to stop the car, but you need to maintain, or you need to maintain a specific distance from another car, especially if you are behind that car. 3 seconds count or 2 seconds count, or whatever the rule is that applies in different countries or states, and this activity you were driving, for example, it's an action or it's an activity you were engaged in. When I question or ask more about this, it just the word internal safety mechanism dropped. Our bodies have been created with this internal mechanism where we have, or where we instinctively or automatically, when we do a specific activity or we do something, after a specific time period, we stop doing that specific activity, whether it's laughing or crying or walking or dancing or whatever activity we engage in. After a specific time, we stop doing that activity. It's just an internal thing that is within us that tells us to stop, even sometimes without us telling ourselves, I need to stop now. That's why when we cry, we don't cry forever. When we laugh, we don't laugh forever. Like in laughter, we don't laugh forever. We don't shop. If we are shopping, you don't shop forever. You come to a point where you say, okay, enough is enough. So you cry, and you say enough is enough. But there's a specific, it seems like with this download and the illustration of the car following a specific distance before the activity, before stopping the car by the traffic light, you remind yourself, or you tell yourself, okay, I need to stop maybe 5 seconds or 10 seconds before the other car to maintain that safety. So what I got from this revelation is, within us, this safety mechanism, for example, when you're crying, maybe 5 seconds or 10 seconds before we stop crying, internally, without us knowing, divinely, it is telling or sending that message to our our brain or to the main switch, you need to stop doing that specific activity. The reason why the Most High, so the Spirit, Divine Mind, was giving me this information is I'm exploring the benefits of the 156 frequency. One of the frequencies I was given in 2020, and I did not really dig deeper into it. And the Spirit told me about not leaving things or only scratching the surface of something, especially when they give me information or downloads about whether it's frequencies or any other spiritual information or knowledge, to dig deeper and to really exhaust the specific information, or to get more guidance, get more benefits of the specific frequencies that they are giving me. Before they told me, after finishing this 507 frequency thing, they reminded me of that. They gave me this dream or this astral travel vision or revelation. They were saying, or the Spirit explained further, because this safety internal, or the internal safety mechanism within us most of the time in different activities is corrupted or are corrupted. Because remember, I said it's not just one safety mechanism, there are many of them within our bodies. And especially because we carry different instructions, different people in the form of our ancestors within our bloodlines, within our genealogy. We carry different beings that have lived or had experienced this 3D realm or our earth realm. We carry different people or different experiences of different lifetimes of different people, even if it is our own bodies that we have reincarnated back into, or whether we have reincarnated into somebody else's body. We are carrying these instructions. And remember, the word of the Bible or specific teachers, different religions and stuff are talking about us breaking generational curses within our DNA. When we deal with these faulty or corrupted internal safety mechanisms, it's not just that one area, for example, that we are struggling with, or one safety mechanism or corrupted safety mechanism that we are dealing with. It is the corrupted or faulty internal safety mechanism of, for example, one of my ancestors, or few of my ancestors, or my blood paternal or maternal bloodline, that have been corrupted through wrong decisions, or maybe because of the things that they have done that had corrupted that specific internal safety mechanism, because they have been detached from from intuition, from the source truth, and from walking or living according to the laws and guidance of the divine, of our creators. So those internal safety mechanisms have become corrupted in our bloodlines. If we don't stop, especially with an activity, when we don't say enough is enough, say for example, we are drinking, we are taking alcohol, or we are eating a specific food, then we get addicted to it because of the faulty or corrupted internal safety mechanism, because it doesn't stop, it doesn't work properly anymore. So it doesn't tell us to stop a specific activity. So we keep eating it, or we keep doing it, we keep smoking, for example, or we continue to consume alcohol or whatever addictive substance it is. So what the divine is telling us is that we need to look inwards. And because we are not just dealing with one corrupted internal safety mechanism, we're dealing with all the faulty or corrupted internal safety mechanisms of our ancestors, both on our maternal and paternal bloodlines and genealogy. We are dealing with all those faulty internal mechanisms. We need to reset or allow the Most High to restore them. First thing we need to do is to look inwards and find, or we don't sometimes have to look inwards. We just need to see what are the things that we are struggling with in our lives. For some of us, maybe sugar. For others, maybe smoking for others, sex, others could be drugs or something, anything that we are addicted to. That area is where that's safety mechanism, or the internal mechanism, the intuitive one, the one that needs to, or that is telling you, that's supposed to tell you to stop something, not to overdo it or not to engage in it further. That thing, that switched, has been corrupted or been has become faulty. So what we need to do is look inward and then see what are the things that we are struggling with, and then we need to then seek wisdom and knowledge and guidance on how to reset or to restore that specific the faulty internal safety mechanism. Now I believe that one of the frequencies that are going to help us in getting rid of addictions is the 156 frequency. Just gotten some downloads of it. The first time I received it, it was only working, or because I didn't dig deeper, so it only I only had the information about addictions. But now, as I've now recommitted after the divine mind told me, and the newest information or download that dropped about the 156 frequency is that it deals with illusion. There are so many different scenes that the Most High, or the Divine Mind, revealed to me. In what way illusions around us, things that we have been brainwashed to believe about things, people, and places. It was a dream that showed how illusions, or how we live in illusions. An illusion is an instant of a wrong or misinterpreted perception of a sensory experience, a deceptive appearance or impression. Okay, so that's what an illusion is. So this 156 frequency only dissolves or helps us to see things for what they really are. Things, people, and places for what they really are. And in the astral world, when I was dreaming or I was having these visions, the divine mind showed me how we see things the wrong way, and not for what they really are. The room was one of the examples. One of the scenes was the room where I placed the bed, because somebody gave me a room where I placed my bed or put my bed, and then as I sat down, I saw, but this the room doesn't have walls. All three walls of the room were not there. And when I observed further, I saw it was a corridor. It was like a balcony. So it was not really a room. So it was for the Most High to show me really that this 156 frequency deals with illusions. Another example was a room, not a roommate, an acquaintance from the years at university. She, after I went and told her, listen, I do not have a room, because I thought I was given a room, but this room is just it is just part of a corridor or a balcony. Then she told me that there was an empty room next to her, and I could check that out. So we went into that room. But when we got into the room, I saw that the room was not empty. There were 3 beds in the room, and there were 2 people already in the beds, in the 2 different beds, and there was 1 bed that was empty, and on top of that bed it was a microwave. So the room was not totally empty. There were people, and this specific person who showed me the room, who said the room was empty, her name is Maya. And I researched the meaning of the name Maya, and one of the meanings or are in Greek, it means illusion. It was really just a confirmation of what this 156, of what the 156 frequency is dealing with. It deals with illusion. So that's the second benefit that we get when we listen to the 156 frequency. It breaks or dissolves illusions, or it makes you to see the things for what they really are. through the eyes of others or through the eyes of the deception and the lies that we have been brainwashed into. Another sin, just to confirm, because when this happens, most times the divine mind will always give different scenes to reaffirm the truth or the benefit of a specific frequency. So the third scenario was, there was this one girl who just went past a group of us that were standing at the university where I was now. Mind you, the Most High or the Divine Mind is taking me back to the space where normally we are getting to a higher institution or tertiary institution, where we are being taught to believe when we have a degree or we are educated in a specific field, that we are highly educated or that we have the knowledge, but which is just an illusion, because that environment of a university. Now, I'm not saying it's not an offense to anybody. I have a master's degree, and up to now, except from the field that I'm in of teaching, really, I do not really apply the degree that I have. Anybody who has the skill to teach can teach. I started teaching when I was after grade 12, and I was just 17 years old when I started teaching for the first time. So I didn't need really a degree to be a good teacher. An educational degree or a paper, it's just an acknowledgement that we get in the matrix or that we get in the system that you qualify to do a specific job. I was now in this environment, which is an institution or higher educational institution, where all these three scenarios or these three scenes were playing off in the spiritual realm. So the third scene was where this lady went past, where we were all students in that specific scene. So she went past, and one of the ladies who was in my group or who was in standing with me, she said to us, "Wow, look at her, she's really ugly." And I was looking at the girl who went past us, and I was like, wow, I don't see her ugly. She's not ugly. She's beautiful. So it was just reaffirming again, and this specific girl, she's ugly, and everybody believes, and no, not believes, everybody knows that she is ugly. That's what she said. But I looked at this girl and I saw that she was not ugly. So it was this third confirmation that, the way the masses or others see somebody is not really who they are. The perception of that specific person is an illusion, the illusion of what they have been brainwashed to in the system that educate us or tell us how to label people or to categorize people and so forth. So that was now the scenes that were dealing with illusions. This 156 frequency. If we really want to see things, people, and places for what they truly are, you can listen to the 156 frequency. 156 frequency. Like I said last time, if you don't believe in sound therapy, what you can do is write them down in the palm of your hands, under your feet, because your feet represent your soul, the soles of your footwear, right? The soles of your feet. Write down on the soles of your feet. Write it on the palms of your hand. Your hands also in palmistry represent your life, everything that you will experience in life. So write it in the palms of your hands. Write it under your feet, on the soles of your feet. Write it on your forehead, because that's where the mind space or your thinking, the frontal lobe or your reasoning and logical abilities take place, especially the logical reasoning place that has been brainwashed by the system. So you can write that frequency. If you don't want to listen to the sound of it, you can also write it down or write it on your body. It has the same effect. Now, the first thing about, just for the divine mind, or also reconfirm that the addiction stuff, in the same dream or same astral travel, revelation, or vision, I was in the same environment and walking towards the dining hall. And as I was walking, I saw myself reaching to the ceiling. Although I was my usual height, I saw myself reaching to the ceiling of the hallway that I was walking through. And that is also what addictions or specific drugs do to us. For example, if you consume or alcohol and stuff, it makes you feel or see things for what they aren't, because you feel when you drink, you are so relaxed, your problems are gone. So you are deceived or under an illusion that you are now relaxed or that you are now happy, for example, but you aren't, because you haven't really dealt with that specific problem, and that safety mechanism that needs to tell you to stop that specific activity or that drug, etc., is faulty. So it makes you believe, it makes you feel that you are happy or you are more an extrovert when you have it, when you drink something. Yeah, so I hope you understand. But we all know the effects of alcohol, of drugs, etc. I'm still busy with to explore more on the benefits of the frequency. But I hope for those of you who start listening to it, I am not gonna mix my frequencies or the downloads that I'm receiving from the Most Highs. The specific frequencies, I'm not going to mix them with the existing frequencies of self-heal. When I started with that last time with the stop smoking, I mixed it with the 432 frequency of self-heal, which they believe to be a healing frequency. But this time I'm going to do the 156 frequency on its own without any other interference from other frequencies, because that's what the frequency helps us with. I mean, that the raw sound of the 156 will help us with illusions, with getting rid or freeing ourselves from addictions, and also to restore the faulty or corrupted internal safety mechanisms. So stay tuned. I will reveal more even after I have posted the video. Once I've posted the frequency 156 frequency video, I will still update it in the description box, so you can see what else the 156 frequency, how it benefits you. So I hope you really enjoy, because I enjoy the frequencies. I have been using subliminal sounds and frequencies for the longest, since 96, when I started using it in my studies. So it's not something that is harmful. Well, there are frequencies that are harmful. Depends. For everything in life, there is a good side of it and there's a bad side of it. Especially if we don't do research, especially we know there are the devil or the opposition or the adversary will always use everything to its advantage. They will corrupt the right thing or the pure thing or the correct right frequencies. They will corrupt that. So we also, if you really, before you start, that's why I advise people, if you are not comfortable with sound frequencies, start using start writing. Just write down the frequencies and meditate on them. You can also just call it out with the number or pray using that specific number, because everything in our universe, on our planet, in creation, is about energy, vibration, and frequencies and numbers. Nothing on this earth space or in creation exists without numbers. Numbers are the building blocks of everything. Our body is the building block from the numbers. That's why we have 10 fingers, we have 2 feet, we have 1 head or 2 eyes, etc. A house is built of, for example, 4 outside walls, 2 doors or 3 doors. Everything is about numbers. So the creators are the supreme mathematicians. They are the supreme builder, master builders. Thing about master builders, I am a descendant of the master builders, not one of the master builders, but I'm a descendant. Many of you are the descendants of the master builders of this creation and of mankind. So that's why they gave me this download. And I know that's why they gave me this download, because I am a descendant or an anointed one of the master builders of our universe, of our of mankind, and of Mother Gaia or Earth space. So yeah, use this and have an open mind, people, because we have been brainwashed to believe that things that are supposed to work for us, good things, have been made out to be bad, and bad things have been put on the front line to confuse, to lie, to deceive the masses, so that they do not use them to free themselves or liberate themselves from the mental slavery. I count myself as a seedling of the Anunnaki, one who comes from the bloodlines and the genealogy of the Anunnaki. All of the frequencies so far are based on the 12-pointed star, or the number 12 of the Anunnaki. I will never give you something that is harmful or deceptive. I first, most of them who observe me waking through and going through this process of the frequencies, they know I first practice it on myself. I do it on myself, and I experience the benefits, or I hear the revelation or the guidance for that specific frequency before I put it out to the public. So use it. I know people, the nefarious ones, have, especially with regards to us, the chosen ones or the anointed ones, or the light workers, or those who are here to help mankind or to free mankind, have been put in a very bad light through mass manipulation, so that you cannot get the benefit of what we are here for, so that you cannot listen to us, so that you cannot use the information that we are giving you for your benefit, to free yourself and to free your bloodlines, your ancestry, to break your ancestral and generational curses. Now, these people have, they have poisoned you with different means, through different means, manipulation, witchcraft, and all those things, mind control mostly, so that you don't hear the true messengers of your salvation, of your deliverance, of your freedom. So you have been put up against the chosen ones, against the anointed ones, against the light workers, not to free yourselves, but they are using the information because they listen to us. They hear us through their remote viewings, through their mind control things, through their telepathy things, through their gang stalking things. They hear. But you are the ones fighting against us, so you can't use it. So you continue to repeat the same cycles over and over and over. We are here to help you. But in this lifetime, we said this is the age of Aquarius. They are fighting a losing game. I have said it before, and I say this again in the hearing and in the hearing of everyone that is under the sound of my voice right now. They will not use any information that comes from me or from any chosen one for their benefit anymore. They will not continue to write history anymore. They will not continue to rewrite and twist information and put in their own characters, using their names of whoever the people they are choosing from their species or from their cultures, and stealing the information and knowledge that is coming, that is being downloaded to us from our Most Highs, rewriting the books and characters, and then using it against you to continue to manipulate you the masses. They will not do that anymore. This is the age of Aquarius. We have come to set the record straight. We have come to tell you the information, the Bible twisting, the Quran twisting, all those twisting and rewriting and deceiving you. The information they have taken from us and deceiving the masses will not happen anymore. For that, the Most High, the ancestors, will make sure that it doesn't happen in this age of Aquarius. For you guys who are not able, if you can't download the videos, because I know they are also monitoring the videos, who is watching our videos, the videos of the chosen ones, and they will go after those people and make sure that they block them or cap them so that they do not get the information or help themselves out of this deception, illusions, and mind control and brainwash, whatever system. So if you can't listen to it or you don't want them to trace you, what you can do is just download the video or just say, resist the devil. Just continue. Just stand in your power. Stand in your power and tell them, listen, you have no power over me. They have really, truly no power over any human being that has been seated by the Anunnaki here on this space, on our Mother Gaia space, on our Earth space. They have no power. And if you really want to stand in your truth, the Most High, the ancestors are here to back us up. So I do not want to derail now from the message from the initial message of the 156 frequency. So I will stop here. And you are welcome to check back on the updates that I will give in the description box about the 156 frequency. Enjoy.